Welcome students. In previous class we have seen the basics of projectile motion and also we have derived the equation for the path of the projectile. Just to give a quick glimpse of the projectile motion, we have seen that for any problem we need to divide the entire projectile motion into two motions. First will be horizontal and second will be vertical. For horizontal motion we need to determine three parameters, that is S, U and T, and we will be using only one equation, that is S is equal to UT. For vertical motion we will have to determine five parameters, that is S, U initial velocity, V final velocity, A that is acceleration due to gravity, and time T. And we can use any of the three equations depending on what is asked and what is given in the question. Let us apply this to a problem. The problem is a ball thrown with a speed of 12 meter per second at an angle of 60 degrees with the building strikes the ground 11.3 meters horizontally from the foot of the building. Determine the height of the building. The diagram is as shown. Now we have seen previously that we need to divide the entire motion into horizontal and vertical components. Hence we need to resolve this velocity of 12 meter per second, which is inclined at 60 degrees, into two components, horizontal and vertical. So resolving it, I will get the velocity in x direction as 12 sin 60 and velocity in y direction as 12 cos 60. Now we will analyze this problem by considering two motions, horizontal and vertical. Let us start with horizontal motion. For horizontal motion again we need three parameters, that is first one S, displacement in horizontal direction. So from the figure you can see from point A to point B the horizontal distance is 11.3 meters. So S will become 11.3. Ux, that is initial velocity in x direction. Initial velocity means the velocity at initial point in x direction. So again from the diagram we can see that it is 12 sin 60, on solving which I will get answer as 10.392 meter per second, and T will be total time of flight. Now we will apply the equation, that is S is equal to U multiplied by T. On substituting the values I will get the value of time of flight for the motion as 1.08 seconds. With this we completed the analysis of horizontal motion. Let us proceed to the vertical motion. For vertical motion we need five parameters, that is S, U, V, A and T. S means the displacement in vertical direction from the initial point to the final point. Again you can see from the diagram the vertical distance between point A and B in vertical direction is given to us as h. And now because it is coming from A to B, that is from top to bottom, I will take it as minus h. U, that is initial velocity in y direction. So from the diagram it is 12 cos 60, again it is going downward, so it will be minus 12 cos 60, on solving which I will get minus 6 meters per second. Similarly final velocity will be minus v sin alpha, but as this is not required in the question I will skip this. A is acceleration due to gravity, which is constant as minus 9.81 meter per second square, and T is total time of flight, which we have already found out as 1.08 seconds. Now applying any one of the three equations, so I will apply first one, S is equal to ut plus half at square. On substituting the values I will get the answer for h, that is height of the building, as 12.20 meters. This completes the solution. Let us consider one more problem, which is a long range gun is aimed to hit the target at point B. Knowing that the gun can fire the shell at 360 meters per second, we need to determine the angle of inclination theta of the barrel so that the shell hits the target, and we have to neglect the height of the gun. Again you can see from the diagram the initial velocity is acting at some angle theta. So we will resolve it first into x and y components. So I will get, on resolving, the velocity in x direction as 360 cos theta and y direction as 360 sin theta. Doing this, we will come back to our procedure, that is analyzing the horizontal motion first. For horizontal motion, we need to determine three parameters, that is s, u and t. S is the displacement in horizontal direction. From the diagram you can see that the horizontal distance between A and B is 3000 meters. So my S will become 3000 meters. Ux, that is initial velocity in x direction. Again from the diagram I can write Ux as 360 cos theta and T will be time of flight, that is T. We have only one equation for horizontal motion, that is S is equal to ut. On applying this, I will get the value of T as 8.33 divided by cos theta. From here we can't get the answer of any of the variable because there is only one equation and there are two unknowns, theta and T. So let this be equation number 1. Now proceeding forward towards the vertical motion. For vertical motion we need 5 parameters, that is S, U, V, A and T. For S is the distance between initial point and final point in y direction. From the figure you can see that the value of point A and B in vertical direction is 1000 meters. So S will become 1000. U, that is initial velocity in y direction, will be the velocity at point A in y direction. So it will be 360 sin theta. Final velocity is not asked in the question, so I will not determine it. So let it be dash. A is acceleration due to gravity, which is constant, minus 9.81 meter per second square, and T is time of flight, which we have already found out previously as T is equal to 8.333 divided by cos theta. So after finding out these parameters, we have three equations. So I will be using the first one, S is equal to ut plus half at square. Substituting all the values from above, I will get 1000 is equal to 360 sin theta multiplied by 8.333 cos theta plus half into minus 9.81 multiplied by 8.333 divided by cos theta the whole square. Now you can see the only unknown in this entire equation is theta. So solving the above equation, I will get the value of theta as 25.28 degrees or 83.54 degrees. This completes the solution. So you must have observed that in previous two problems the unknowns required were different, but we have followed the same procedure, that is dividing the motion into two parts, that is horizontal and vertical. For horizontal, find out three parameters, that is S, U and T, and use only one equation, that is S is equal to ut. Whereas for vertical motion, determine 5 parameters S, U, V, A and T and apply any one of the equation to get the required unknown.